This is my new Ruger sp101. I just got it the other day. It's in a Uncle Mike's, I believe it's number 52 holster. It's actually made for the Ruger Alaskan, but seemed like it was the closest fitting holster that they had at the store. And I wanted to get something that I could return easily if it didn't work out. And you can kind of see, I think the Ruger Alaskan is a little taller, so with this it can sometimes work its way out, which isn't good. So I might end up returning that depending on how it works this weekend. Has a nice snap on it. It's constructed pretty well. I believe that cost, I think it was $26, maybe $25.99. So with all of my videos, I checked it beforehand, but it is clear. Obviously this is made by Ruger. It's got a 5-shot cylinder. It can shoot 38, 38 plus P, and 357 Magnum rounds. Has a 3-inch barrel. It's actually a little bit longer than 3-inch, but for the most part it's 3 inches. The ejector rod is enclosed, so you don't have to worry about damaging that if you hit the front section. It's got an external hammer, so you can fire it in both double action and single action modes. I've read online, and I haven't tested this myself, but I've read that the trigger pull for double action from the factory is somewhere around 11 pounds, and it is pretty heavy. I haven't fired it yet, but just dry firing it, it took a little while getting used to. But it's going to be primarily a carry handgun, so a little heavier double action isn't too bad. The grip on it is a little too small for my liking. My hands aren't all that big, but I'm used to firing full-size handguns, so that's probably why. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just personal preference, and we'll see how it feels actually shooting it. If it doesn't work out, I might get a whole grip for it. It has a little bit more padding and also some like finger grooves to help with holding it. But we'll see how that goes today. With the front sight, let me start over there. With the rear sight is fixed. It's actually like milled into the revolver itself, kind of like the old single actions. The front sight is replaceable. You just drift that little pin out right there. I've heard that some people like to paint the front sight or just replace it, but I figured I'd wait until I shot it to see if I liked it or not before I replaced it. We'll see if we can get a little view of the front sight on there. It's a decent sight picture. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, just from reading it online. And reading it online, I thought it would be heavy. I was kind of thinking it'd be like a GP100 that I've shot before, 4-inch barrel, but it doesn't feel too bad. It's obviously not as light as some of the ultra compact revolvers like an Airweight or Airlight, or especially the Ruger LCR, which feels like a toy when you're picking it up because it's so light. But it doesn't feel too bad on the hip compared to what I was thinking, so that's good. And I'm going to be shooting it today for the first time, today and tomorrow, and hopefully I can get some video of that. And I like it so far. I think it's going to be a good gun. At the store, I'll go over this quickly, I also got some quote-unquote cheap ammo. It's just the bulk stuff, 250 rounds of Remington UMC. It's 38 special, 138 grain metal case, full metal jacket, I guess is what I would consider it. And I'm going to be shooting mostly that this weekend, and I'll probably shoot a little bit of this just to see how it is. It's a Hornady Critical Defense. It's 110 grain compared to the 130 with the UMC. 110 grain, 38 special plus P. It's a hollow point, and sort of like the Revolver. I can never say that. Sort of like the Lever Revolution. Say that 3 times fast. It has the sort of rubbery stuff in the middle of the hollow point, and I guess their thought with that is sometimes hollow points can get clogged with heavy clothing, and when that happens it acts just like, sort of like this with the full metal jacket, just like a round nose. So I guess their thinking with this is that it'll it'll penetrate, but when it hits the soft skin, it'll start to act like a normal hollow point and expand. So I figured, I live in Wisconsin where pretty much half the year you're wearing heavy clothing. For sure at least 4 to 5 months of it. So I figured, hey, why not? I'll try it. It was, it wasn't any more expensive than the other stuff they had. So I'll probably be firing a cylinder or 2 of this week just to see how it works with my particular revolver. I have these in Tough Product quick strips. Then I also bought some HKS speed loaders and a couple Safariland Comp 1 loaders to test out this weekend, and I think I'll do another video on that just to kind of go over how they work with revolvers too. So that's my Ruger sp101. I'm going to be doing some shooting for the first time this weekend, and I am very excited about this because I've been looking for a handgun for over a year now while I've been saving up money. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. If I can't answer them, I will definitely try to find an answer for you. Have a great day.